Welcome to the 2023 Hummer Edition 1. This is Malachi with Darling's Auto Mall, and I just want to go over one of my favorite electric vehicles that are out here today. And Hummer does such a great job with these vehicles, also put out by GMC. This truck right here makes 1,000 horsepower with 11,500 foot-pounds of torque, which is amazing for a vehicle this size. 0 to 60 is about 3.5 seconds, and it is one of the best driving experiences you can get from an electric vehicle. And we're going to tell you even more. This comes stock on 35-inch tires. You have a really nice Edition 1 wheel here. The new ones for 24 are going to be the Omega Editions to get the 3 motor. The Edition 1 does have the 3 motor. And the only benefit about going to an Omega is you get a little bit of an extended range for your driving. So you can go a total of 319 miles on a full charge with this vehicle. It is on the Ultium platform, which is going to be GM's revolutionary battery packs for this. And being an all-electric vehicle, we do have our charge port located right to the back like a normal gas door. This is DC fast charging capable, and we can do a level 1 or level 2 charger on this. At a level 1, we're charging about a mile per hour, so it will take a few days to get you fully charged if you're on a level 1. A level 2 charges at about 10 miles per hour, so you can get this charged up in about 30 hours on a level 2. With the DC fast charger, you can charge from 20 to 80% in about 40 minutes. All right, and the next question that comes to mind for a lot of people is the ability to tow with your electric vehicle. So this Hummer EV can tow up to 7,500 pounds. Yes, it will affect your range, but it's still nothing like this on the road. We've got the multi-pro gate back here to get in and out of the bed. So this one opens up the full gate, and we hit both buttons at the same time. We can actually turn this into a step. And if you're out camping, we do have a nice Bluetooth speaker set up for a nice tailgate party down here. All right, so we're going to have this demonstrated on how tight of a turning radius this thing can turn around in, because it has a smaller turning radius than the GMC Terrain, like I mentioned before. So I've got my driver ready to demonstrate for us, and so he's going to pull in right behind us and make a nice turn. And I love how the back wheels steer. If you've never been in a four-wheel steering vehicle, it's one of the weirdest sensations to be in. But it's amazing that a vehicle this big can turn around in such a tight radius here. So this is going to be one of the coolest things you've experienced in a long time. So we've got the Watts to Freedom armed right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my foot on the brake, and this is my brake pressure here, and then the other side is going to be how much accelerator I have here. And now it's just telling me to release the brakes, so we're going to hold on tightly. And 1, 2, 3. And that's 60 miles an hour. All right, so up here we've got a really nice, basically an infinity mirror. It goes all the way out to the edge, so frameless mirror, and it's auto dimming. So if you have that guy with the really bright lights behind you, this dims down to a nice dark blue. And then if you have something in the back seat that is like almost all the way up to the ceiling, this becomes a live feed camera right off the back of the vehicle. And we've got some great settings in here. We can adjust our brightness and dimness. Then we can actually zoom in and zoom back out on that camera, and then we've got a tilt ability to adjust up and down tilt. And then to shut the camera off, we just flip right back, and then we kind of move back down into this system here. This is going to be the new Google system powered by Android for GM. So it's a voice command system, so you can literally use Google to tell you what the weather is. You can say, "Hey Google, what's the weather?" A little time delay there.
Currently in Lemoyne, it's 49 degrees and sunny. Today, it'll be partly cloudy, with a forecasted high of 53 and a low of 30.
So it's just one of the many things you can do. You can also voice directions. You can use that system to help you send a text message as well. So there's a lot of great features built in to be more hands-free, more user-friendly, so you can pay attention to more on what's going on in front of you. And with the EVs, a lot of people ask about, like, well, can I set up a charge schedule or anything like that? You can do a charge schedule so easy just by getting in here and setting up your home location and going in and setting the off-hour rates and things like that. And then right here, you can adjust. So a lot of people, another concern with EVs is that if you overcharge them, they don't last as long. So you can actually set a percentage in here so the vehicle doesn't have to charge to 100%. You can have a max charge of 85%. So if you live on the top of the hill, you can jump right in this thing, be at 85%, drive down to the bottom of the hill and be at 90 by the time you get to the bottom. And that way you're not overcharging the battery. We also have a lot of great off-road pages in here. This has got our drift meter for how tight we're taking a steering angle on an off-road situation. We can also pull up our cameras, and the camera views on this are so amazing. This is our backup camera here. If you wanted to see a full backup camera, all we have to do is shut off the surround camera ability here, and then pull that back up. And we've got the surround camera off to the side. We've got our trailering cameras here, so if you're hooking up a trailer, you just hit these different ones. This is basically a really nice camera for off-road. So you can see our front tires. If we hit it again, the back light lights up. So this is the back tires. Even though they're turning, this is part of the four-wheel steering. So this is really cool to monitor what you're getting close to for off-road ability to get around an obstacle maybe in front of you. These cameras are nice if you're trying to get really tight and close to something on the trail, and you've got one for the front and back. And then this is going to be our back-facing camera here again, looking at the beach. And then we've got our forward-facing camera looking at the road to home. And then over here, this is where we're going to start getting into like our underbody cameras. So this is our underbody camera here. Right now, this is off of the back bumper or off of the front bumper, and this is actually our front wheels. The camera's a little bit dirty underneath there. If we hit it again, this is going to be the front wheels up top and our rear wheels here. So it's just really cool that you have this many views right from your command center here. You don't have to get out to kind of look to see how close you are to something. You can just readjust all these camera views right here, and they've done such a great job with these cameras in here. Super clear. I love that about these cameras. And then we can just close this out and get right back into the meat of kind of the technology. Down here, we've got a rear locker. We've got a front and rear locker to turn on here. And then we've got the ability to have the vehicle do parallel parking for us and also perpendicular parking. So the vehicle always backs into its space. And GM did a great job with this because just because your vehicle parks for you and things like that doesn't necessarily mean it leaves you in a great, easy situation to get out of a parking space. You can also use this to set you up to get back into traffic as well, which is a really nice feature, especially considering the size of this vehicle. And a lot of people getting into the Hummers have heard about WTF mode, Watts to Freedom. And to activate that, that is one of the easiest things to do in this vehicle. You literally just have to have it on, and we just double tap our traction control button, and you're going to see the screen change up here, and it's going to start to prep the batteries for max acceleration. And it's going to lower the suspension down, and it literally puts you on the lunar airstrip here with a picture of your vehicle, which I think is so cool. One of the coolest things about the Infinity roof is it's total removable tops here. And so we get this one down, and we can get the back ones off in 2 seconds. There's literally 2 latches on the back side of this. You can see the 2 handles here and here. And you just unhook them and they come off. They're super lightweight. And the cool thing with the front center bar up here is that's removable too. So you can have an unobscured view for the front. The back bar does have to stay in place for roof rigidity. And we can even go a little bit further on this because that back window rolls down as well, like the old school Toyota 4Runners. And then when you're ready to go home and have some shade, they just put them back in place, 2 clips, and we're locked back in place. And it is that simple. All right, thanks a lot. lot for joining me. Again, my name is Malachi, and thanks for experiencing the Hummer EV with me from Darling's Auto Mall here in Ellsworth, Maine. This has been a pleasure to show the vehicle to you folks.